I see it as a tribute to people trying to make a living stand-up, and it's not easy. Also, it deals with the issue of lack of sleep and a thoughtful look at relationships. Sleepwalk with Me kept me awake, and I'll give it 3/4 of a bucket. I'm Don Sanchez, ABC7 News, and we'll see on the island.
It's an interesting premise.
Yeah, it is. When we come back tonight, the sudden retirement of a popular American tennis great.
But he's not quite finished just yet. Larry has the story in sports. Stay with us.
Tomorrow at 9 here on ABC7.
All good things must come to an end, like Honda's summer clearance event. Only a few days left to take advantage of the best deals ever on every 2012 model in stock, including 0.9% financing for 60 months on new Civics and Accords. With Honda's legendary gas mileage and award-winning reliability, your savings will go on and on. But you better hurry. Our summer clearance event ends Labor Day, so see your Northern California Honda dealer now. There's no end to the savings you'll enjoy.
Right now at Orchard, every gallon of premium Benjamin Moore is on sale. It's a paint and primer in one, which saves time. No matter what color you choose, you'll save green on each and every one. This holiday weekend gives you a chance to seize the day. Save $5 on every gallon of Ben Regal and Dora. Only at Orchard Supply Hardware.
It's Macy's Labor Day mattress sale. Get the lowest prices of the season on mattresses from Sealy, Beautyrest, Serta, Dell, Stearns & Foster, and iComfort. Get a Serta plush queen set for $297, or a memory foam firm queen set just $497. And get free mattress delivery with a minimum purchase of $787. Shop our stores, go to Macy's.com, or call 1-800-MACY-BED. Macy's Labor Day mattress sale. That's the magic of Macy's.
We don't make cars for people who want to look a certain way. Or cars for people who want to be seen a certain way. We make cars for people who want to feel a certain way. We only make one thing. People to the driving machine. Lease a BMW 328i sedan for $399 a month.
Time and temperature brought to you by Cash Creek Casino Resorts.
People try to sink us.
You do not obey a government that tries to murder its own.
Please believe in me.
Dad, when you learn what happened, I hope you're proud of us.
Last Resort, series premiere Thursday, September 27th at 8, 7 Central on ABC.
Join me tonight at 9 o'clock on Coffee TV 20. That's cable channel 13. Coming up then, a boy finds a bonanza. The 8-year-old may have hit the most disgusting jackpot ever.
Yeah, you'll have to tune in to see what that is. Then at 11 here on ABC7, tracking down a millionaire. The man lottery officials believe bought a winning ticket in East Bay. How much it's worth and what they're doing to find him. It's all coming up at 9 and 11 on ABC7 News.
Wish they would find me. With that line.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? if that happened?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm very findable. That's right.
Hey, I found you for nothing. Let's get to the sports. The A's finished off a 4-game series sweep in Cleveland today. Bombs away, with the A's stacking 4 home runs. And not a good sign when the paper bags are filling the seats. And they don't even have people wearing them. They're just bags. They're seat holders. Coco Crisp, red hot in August. 4 of his 9 homers coming this month. Solo shot in the third to make it a 1-1 game. A's break the tie in the fourth. George Gutierrez triples with the bases loaded. The A's score 5 runs in the inning to go up 6-1. Then in the sixth, Josh Reddick. What a find he's been. A great trade for the A's to acquire his 27th of the year. A's roll 12-7. They won 6 straight, and they're back home tomorrow night against the Red Sox. Almost. Giants looking to sweep the last place Astros. Ryan Vogelsong, another shaky start. Jim Brady's RBI single. Angel Pagan, whoa, airmailed the throw off the backstop. 2-0 Astros. In the third, Tyler Green with his 8th of the year to make it 4-0 Houston. But the Giants are clawing their way back into this game. Right now it's 4-3 Astros in the 6th, complete highlights of 9 and 11. Andy Roddick won the U.S. Open in 2003. It's his one Grand Slam title, and today, on his 30th birthday, Roddick decided New York would be the right place to retire. Roddick's the last American man to win a Grand Slam crown. He's battled through injuries in recent years. He's also had the misfortune of playing in the era dominated by Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. Roddick not quite done yet. His second round match as he opens tomorrow night against Bernard Tomic.
Feeling the volume. I just feel like it's time. I don't know that I'm healthy enough or committed enough to go another year. I've always wanted to, in a perfect world, finish at this event. Yeah, I've thought all year that I would know when I got to this tournament, and when I was playing my first round, I knew.
College football season is here. Stanford opens up their post-Andrew Luck era tomorrow night against San Jose State. Without Luck, I figure Stanford's just going to pound the ball, and tailback Stephon Taylor will probably get the bulk of the carries. Taylor rushed for more than 1,300 yards last year. 2 of his 10 touchdowns came against the Spartans in a 57-3 blowout. San Jose State coach Mike McIntyre, he knows what's coming.
Stephon's a phenomenal back, great runner, but they've got 3 other backs that are really good. And what makes them go is the offensive line. You know, they're great runners, but that offensive line is big and physical. It blows open some holes, and sometimes even I can run from them.
You join us this Saturday, by the way, for the kickoff edition of Lexus After the Game, a complete wrap-up of Week 1 in college football, following the Alabama-Michigan game, which will begin at 5 p.m. after the game on at about 8:30. Former Warriors head coach Don Nelson will be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame next Friday, following his playing days with the Celtics. Nelly coached for 31 years, and now he's living the good life on Maui. Nelly had 2 stints with the Warriors. He's the NBA's all-time winningest coach, 1,355 total victories. Nelson was like a mad scientist when it came to offensive strategy. He sat down with Mike Schumann and talked about the call from the hall.
It's a great way to cap it off, and it's incredible, without it. To be quite honest, I was very happy, with the way it ended up. I mean, everything was just wonderful, and then to get the phone call that I made the Hall of Fame, what a great day that was.
What a career. Yeah. And now Nelly he's dabbling in all these businesses on Maui. He's the entrepreneur. Is that right? Yes.
What a nice life.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yes.
Larry.
All right, well, that is this edition of ABC 7 News. I'm Dan Ashley.
And I'm Carolyn Johnson. ABC 7 News live convention coverage is coming up at 7.
And we will join you again at 9 and 11. For Larry Beal, Spencer Christian, Hall, this year. Thank you for watching. We appreciate your time.
Good night, everyone.
Dan Ashley and Carolyn Johnson tonight at 11.
To hold a patent that has changed the modern world would define you as an innovator. To hold more than one patent of this caliber would define you as a true leader. To hold over 80,000, well, that would make you the creators of the 2012 Mercedes-Benz E-Class, quite possibly the most advanced luxury sedan ever. Lease the E350 for $599 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Life is full of compromises. But when it comes to what you really love, you shouldn't have to sacrifice. And that goes double for ice cream. Now you don't have to give up. You can give in with Dreyer's slow churned light ice cream. We churn it slowly for all the rich and creamy taste with just half the fat. So now you can have your ice cream and eat it too. Nestle. Good food, good life.
As long as this world keeps on spinning around, I'll be banging on to this love that I found.
It's never been about getting there. It's about getting the most out of the journey. To honor Labor Day, let's spend bonus cash for 3,000 instant savings on select journey models at your Motors Dodge dealer.
This is an ABC News special. I believe in the American people. Our brightest days are ahead. In just minutes, Mitt Romney walks into the spotlight. Together, we're going to get America on track. Makes history and makes his case for the White House. My job one is putting Americans back to work. It's the biggest speech on the biggest night of the convention, and it starts right now. This is the Republican
welcome you all to the final night of the Republican National Convention here in Tampa, Florida. Countdown is on for Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney to take the center stage, coming into the building. And in so many ways, George, it all comes down to this speech of a lifetime.
Absolutely, for a man who's been running for president for at least 6 years, 68 days to go. This is his last and only chance to make his case in his way, in his own words, without rebuttal or edits. And we're going to bring it to you with our entire political team here, our powerhouse team. We've got David Muir, John Carlin, whoever's on that dark floor right now, Donna Brazil, George Will, and Matthew got right here in the studio.
You mentioned the dark floor. Everybody's been watching the biographical video. A lot of home movies, a lot of video of the kids, and here it's just about to end. Let's go down to David Muir because he's right there in the middle of this crowd, who, by the way, has been roaring and jumping tonight. David, can you hear us?
They are extraordinarily excited, Diane. This is the night they've been waiting for. They want to hear this governor and his speech just moments from now. But as you mentioned, the lights are down, and this convention hall captivated by really the story of this family playing out on this video. They've been married, Mitt and Ann Romney, for 43 years, 5 sons, 18 grandchildren. You can hear the audience starting to chant with the video right now, USA, USA. But make no mistake, I've been on the floor with the delegates. They want to hear this speech tonight. One delegate telling me this is the speech all week we've been waiting for. Another saying, we want to hear the human side from Mitt Romney himself tonight. She said Ann Romney started that story earlier this week, but he's got to get out on that stage tonight and close the deal. The campaign knows that too. He has sold it for the people inside this convention hall, but millions of Americans tonight watching, many of whom are not happy with the president, but are not yet convinced that Governor Romney connects with them on their level, and that is the case, Diane, he has got to make here tonight.
And we've got a sort of surprise coming up right now.
That's right. Clint Eastwood, there he is, coming to the stage. He's endorsing Romney, saying the country needs a boost somewhere.
82-year-old film star director Clint Eastwood about to speak.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey. Sing a little for Mitt. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what's a movie tradesman doing out here? You know, they're all left-wingers out there, left of Lenin. At least that's what people think, but that's not really the case. There's a lot of conservative people, a lot of moderate people, Republicans, Democrats in Hollywood. It's just the conservative people, by the nature of the word itself, play a little more close to the vest. They don't go around hot dog in it. So, but they're there. Believe me, they're there. And I just, I think that, in fact, there's some of them around town. I saw John Voight with a lot of people around here in town. John's here, Academy Award winner, terrific guy. And these people are all like-minded, like all of us. So I've got Mr. Obama sitting here, and he's, I just was going to ask him a couple questions, but, you know, about, I remember 3.5 years ago when Mr. Obama won the election, and though I wasn't a big supporter, I was watching that night when he was having that thing, and they were talking about hope and change.